Hello there. I better start with an apology, I guess. It's been quite a long time since I last put a video out, and that's just because I've had a lot going on away from the internet. Family stuff and holidays and Christmas and all those things you don't need to hear about. So I should say a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you all. I thought I'd get out and do a video which I intended on filming before Christmas. So today I'm looking at what gear I want for 2023, a wish list if you will. Now I would cheat a little bit because one of the things on my wish list was this. It's the Rab Downpour Eco new waterproof outer shell. Now I bought it for all season use ideally. It's obviously only a shell, there's no thermal properties really to it, but I can put my synthetic down jacket on underneath it to keep me nice and warm, and it's just to make sure it keeps the rain off. I should say as well, I've also got some waterproof over trousers. Finally, I've never ever used waterproof trousers. I just got my legs wet, I just cracked on with it, but it's something I should have really had a long time ago. But that's enough of me waffling, so I'm gonna get my head down and get some shelter, get a brew on. What do you think? So I brought the BCB Fire Dragon stove again today, just something a little bit quieter to sit and chill. If I had the gas going in here, considering how echoey it is, you probably wouldn't hear me. So what gear do I want in 2023? Like I said earlier, kind of cheated already. Got one of the things that was on my list, the Rab Downpour Eco jacket. It's got a hydrostatic head apparently at 20,000 millimeters, so it should be fairly capable of keeping the rain off. Next on the list is probably the biggest and most expensive item, a new sleeping bag. If you're in the UK, you would have known that in December we had a big cold snap and there was a hell of a lot of snow dumped across the country. Temperatures in the minuses and wind chill even worse than that again, and I would have loved to have got out and done a camp. I really want to do a winter camp in the snow, but the sleeping bag I use at the minute just doesn't cut it. With that in mind, I'm looking at the Rab Ascent 900. Bit of a step up. I think it's got a comfort rating of -9 and extreme of -18, so it'll easily deal with anything that the UK throws at it. It's a bit expensive. It's £290 it retails on Rab's website. I have seen them as low as £230 within the next month or so. One will be ordered and on its way, and hopefully we'll get another cold snap in January, February, get some of the white stuff down, and I'll be able to go out. So next is a stove. Now I haven't quite decided what I want yet. I think based on my last video you would have seen, which is obviously a long time ago, I took this out for a first test, the BCB Fire Dragon, just to see what it's like, because I want to try and come away from gas stoves over the winter, especially when you get the sub-zero temperatures and gas starts to struggle. So I'm looking at solid fuel, gel, alcohol stoves. So like I said, I haven't quite decided what I'm gonna get. I like this, but I think it would be appalling in the wind. So I have obviously looked at a Trangia. I mean, they are bomb proof, they can't go wrong, so I think that'll probably be the next thing I try. Have also seen an interesting one from a company called Vargo. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's a titanium alcohol spirit burner, similar to something like a Trangia, but it's got like a wide base on it, so it just looks like it will be a bit more a bit more stable. Had a comment on my last video. Somebody said that you can blow the gel out and it solidifies and you can relight it. I can't remember your name, but thank you very much. So next, my wife will hate me for this, is a tent. She says I only need one. I've been looking at the Helm 1 by Wild Country. The reason I'm looking at the Helm 1 is just headroom more than anything else. It is slightly taller than this Zephyros, so you should be able to sit up in it. So more of a comfort thing than anything else. Not that there's anything wrong with the tent that I'm using, but I just like the fact that it's got that little bit more headroom. It's got the small vestibule that you can access from inside at the back, so you can kind of put your gear out of the way and then have your front vestibule completely free for cooking, which especially in the winter months, if you're going to be in your tent for 14, 15, 16 hours at a time, it's handy to try and get as much room as you can. So last would probably be the only luxury item I take with me. If you've seen any of my camps, you know, I keep it fairly basic. Tent, mat, sleeping bag, cooking, a few beers. Not many what you'd call luxury items, I suppose. But one of those that I think I'm going to sacrifice a bit of weight for is a chair. Now, what chair? I don't know. You've got the Helinox Zero, I think it's called, or something like that. Big Agnes, they do one, but that type of style chair, where you've got, you know, you're raised up off the floor rather than the sit mat that I generally tend to use now, just for that little bit of extra comfort and sitting out watching sunrises. If you've seen any camps I've done, you know that doesn't happen, but when they do eventually happen, just being able to sit down with a nice cup of tea in a nice big comfy armchair, I think would just add to the experience. There is one other thing I put on my wish list for 2023, and that's to get to 1,000 subscribers. Now, originally I started this channel with no ambition at all. It was just literally me recording my my own little videos. I gave myself a target of 100 subscribers just because, and I got there, and then I've hit 200. I'm nearly on 250, which I know is not a lot, let's face it. I'm a very small fish in a very big sea, but I'd love to hit that 1,000 mark. So if you could hit the subscribe button and like the video as well, because the more likes I get, the more my content will be suggested to others. Hopefully more people will find the channel and subscribe as well. So If you're already subscribed, thank you very much. If you're one of those guys that hasn't, please do. It really, really means a lot. And that's it, my wish list for 2023. Thank you very much for joining me in this one, guys. A Merry Christmas to you all, a Happy New Year as well, and I hope that 2023 brings you everything you want in your lists as well. Let me know in the comments what you want, and let me know if you've got any suggestions for alternatives for things I've put on mine. So hopefully the next one will be a camp out. Whatever happens, I will definitely get a video out sooner. I won't leave as much as a gap as I did from the last one. So until then, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.